I'm up a slice of pizza, down a pint of blood. I've never felt better in my life. I'm ready to rip this. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Jarchives. I'm Jamie talking to Leo.
And I'm Leo listening to Jamie.
And this week we are going to get into a kind of forgotten Irish famine, not the big one.
Not the potato famine.
Not the potato famine. This is the year of the slaughter. Or, I'm going to do my best here, Irish listeners, Bliain is how that's said in Gaelic.
Okay, cool.
I'm trying my best for them.
Okay. Irish listeners, please
Please
feel
be
free
nice.
to roast Jamie for that, because I'm not even going to attempt it. Disclaimer, we are not Irish. We don't know Gaelic.
No, but I did look up the pronunciation and I did try my best. I want to do right by them. I know we have some Irish listeners, so I wanted to do one for them.
Well, I trust you.
Thank you. This famine takes place between 1740 and 1741, which is roughly a century before the Great Famine, the potato famine. Between the early 14th century all the way through the mid 19th century, the Northern Hemisphere experienced what is now referred to as the Little Ice Age.
Okay.
Temperatures dropped between 1 to 2 degrees Celsius or 2 to 3.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Doesn't sound like it would make a huge difference to me, but it did.
Chilly.
Yeah. Along with cooling temperatures came major Mother Nature mood swings. The weather was all over the place. There were periods of extreme drought, periods of a largely increased precipitation, and just overall like big swings in what weather was giving them.
Okay.
During this time, alpine glaciers grew, and this actually led to villages being destroyed in places like Switzerland and France, while some colonies in Greenland were either destroyed or just abandoned completely. There was just like no more livable land. It was just ice pack.
When I think glaciers, I don't think land. So what, do they come up out of the ground, or are these all seacoast villages that were blocked off because the glaciers formed, or what?
Land glaciers, they typically form like in mountainous areas, and picture like a frozen waterfall in between a mountain.
Okay.
It looks like that, and it's just huge layers of ice, just piled up ice and snow.
What looks like a frozen river or waterfall?
Yeah. I'm not describing it very well, but I think that's
Oh, I
good.
think I understand that.
Yeah, okay. In late 1739, the Great Frost hit, which was a rapid decline in temperature that resulted in rivers freezing, ocean temperatures dropping, and with the ocean temperatures dropping, it started to obviously kill the fish, and this made sea trade next to impossible. Figure this is 1730s. The ships weren't made to be breaking through ice like that in just regular sea trades. So we have no more fishing, no more sea trade. This also froze grains and crops, which meant that there was no food this year and there would be no viable seeds for next year.
Mm-hmm.
You can see where we're going to run into a problem here.
Yeah, there's no food anywhere.
Yeah. We're going to be focusing on Ireland and how they were hit by this. During this initial storm in 1739, liquids inside homes were frozen and the river started to freeze up. So it is stupid cold outside. It's even reported that birds would just drop dead out of the sky, like frozen in midair.
Got them wet lungs that crystallize.
Yeah. I'd imagine something like that. Like either that or they just froze solid in the sky. I don't know.
Birds falling out of the sky.
Mm-hmm. Now, initially, this weather was kind of met with a feeling of whimsy. Like it was almost fun at first. People would dance on like the frozen rivers. They would hold carnivals of sorts on the ice. And a fair was even held on the frozen River Lee. So it was fun. It was kind of cool at first. No pun intended.
Yeah. No, I mean, it is cool, especially if you don't think it's going to last forever. You know,
Yeah.
if you think it's going to be like a quick thing, like, oh, look at this crazy nature oddity, and then now
Yeah, just a quick cold snap.
let's have some fun with it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The fun quickly turned into panic, though, when coal was unable to be delivered to ports due to the freezing. So now we don't have a source of heat. The potatoes in the ground froze, and mills actually seized up due to the cold. And while this one isn't as big as the potato famine. Potatoes were still a staple in Irish foods, like in their meals.
Hmm.
So with this crop freezing up and dying, that was like a good chunk of food for them. Livestock actually started dying from the cold as well. And as we discussed earlier, the fish. So we have no meat, no heat, no potatoes.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot. Hypothermia started hitting the more poorer population because of the nationwide coal shortages. People with less means weren't getting the basic necessities that they needed, while people who were more wealthy could afford to get whatever coal there was.
Yeah, what limited supply there was.
Yeah. There was even a group of people from Dublin who started cutting down trees and like bushes, things like that, from Phoenix Park, but they got arrested for doing this, which I looked it up, and Phoenix Park is like a decently sized park. They could have given up like a few trees to help people not die from hypothermia.
Was this like a national park type deal?
Phoenix Park is Dublin's largest urban park, notable for being Europe's largest enclosed public park and a royal hunting ground since the 1660s. All's that to say, they could have spared a tree or two.
You can't go into the royal forest and chop down trees.
Apparently not, because they got arrested.
Disney's Robin Hood taught me you don't mess around in the king's forest.
I do love that movie. His little laugh where he goes like, uh-huh, uh-huh. It's ridiculous. But outside of the King's Forest in real life Ireland, the food prices started rising, and this ended up causing a lot of food riots. When spring arrived, while the temperatures did start warming, another problem soon became apparent. There was no rain. Whatever crops had miraculously survived the cold winter soon died because there was no water for them. In mid April, a ship full of oatmeal was about to leave for Scotland when citizens of Drogheda removed parts of the ship, making it like unsaleable. So they couldn't leave the port. Those are my oatmeal. In Dublin, bakeries were broken into after it was believed that the bakers were hiding the bread. They were trying to like store it for themselves.
Shiesty bakers.
Yeah, so people just broke in, and some sold the bread, giving some of the money back to the bakers, while others just took it and ate it. The same thing happened.
Wait a minute.
But
I'm really confused. So some people saw all this. Okay, we're going to spin this in a positive light, right? Because I don't know what the hell adding the unnecessary middleman of stealing the baker's bread to sell it and then give him the money. The fuck?
you can't hide it. We're selling it to the people. I mean, we'll give you what it is, but like you can't store it. It needs to be given to people.
I'm hoping there's more context to that. Like maybe they knew these riots were going on, so they stole as much as they could. That way they could at least give some money back to the baker because they knew people were just going to pillage the baker anyway.
Maybe.
Like maybe it was like a good Samaritan. Like you can't just steal this man's livelihood. I don't know.
The same thing happened to the mills with people breaking in, and they were just trying to get whatever grain meal was in there.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, soldiers stepped in, and they actually ended up killing people during this.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in. If you're starving to death, you gotta loot, and if you loot, you shouldn't loot. So it's a tough pickle, right? You know, because everybody goes if everybody does free for all type style, somebody or multiple people inevitably grab way more than they need.
Yeah.
I mean, let's go back to COVID. I'm sure around the world,
Toilet paper?
Why the fuck did everyone think they needed to wipe their ass for 10 years?
I don't know.
And then all the same people who just went about life like normal, buying a normal amount of toilet paper, like a month or two later, you're like, oh shit. We haven't replenished our supplies of toilet paper because some Joe Schmo's got a basement full of it somewhere.
I know. God, COVID in general was just the most wild time. I actually got an ornament Christmas of 2020 that said I survived the toilet paper shortage of 2020.
Yeah.
Just I thought that
But that's what panic people do. That they grab an excess.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when dealing with uncertainty, you do what you can to feel certain.
Yes, and I do agree with what you're saying, but I mean, I'm going to go for the people who are starving here, and I'm going to say instead of sending your soldiers to like stop this and kill people, send your soldiers to like give out give out sectioned amounts. You know what
To
I mean?
ration it correctly.
Ration, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. How many
Yeah.
people do you have in your household? Here we go.
Yes.
Let's create some kind of program here to pass this out
Yes.
properly. Yeah.
People are going to do what they need to do to survive instead of punishing them for doing that, which I realize it's not right to break into these places, but it's going to happen. So instead, let's mitigate the damage by just properly rationing the food and giving it. You know what I mean? I don't know. Am I crazy in that thought?
Oh, it's very utopian, right?
Mhm.
Where it's everybody gets what they need type
Yeah.
thing. And in times of stress, that everybody gets their fair share. But in a situation like that, a couple rebels like me probably sneak in after hours and try to make a buck on the side. See, we're bad, dude. We're bad. I would probably take advantage.
Humans are good and they just make bad choices. But also, you're in a bad situation, so I'm not faulting anybody for breaking into these places, if I'm being honest.
I'd go little fingers on Game of Thrones, where I'm just like, my fingers are on everybody's pies right here.
I've never watched that. Don't cancel me. I've never seen it.
All right. I doubt this is all going
Okay, but yeah, this was a long one.
This is a lot of, and I don't even know if I got to my point. I was talking about one aspect of breaking into a place, and I think I never got to the other one. I forgot what it was.
Okay.
I'm just
gonna keep going.
I'm a pint of blood down,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. By October of 1740, the weather changed again for the worst, unfortunately, with freezing temperatures, blizzards, then a period of warm up, which then resulted in flooding.
But we got water.
Yeah. But then the temperatures will drop and it'll freeze again. Hence, land icebergs. A Cork newspaper called the Newcastle Courant said on December 27th, an uncommon mortality among the poor people by fevers and fluxes, owing no doubt in great measure to their poor living, the price of corn being risen to an excessive rate as well. So
Gotcha. Corn's too expensive.
Corn's too expensive.
People are poor.
And this is like the first reports of disease being a problem on top of hypothermia and starvation. Typhus and dysentery started getting reported like from all over the country.
Yeah, dysentery was a big thing back in the founding of America. Dysentery was all over the place from not having clean water. That's why a lot of people drank a lot of whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
People drank whiskey because it was cleaner than water.
Yeah.
In America.
We've always been a mess.
Whiskey's good. I mean, hey, we're talking about Ireland. You want to talk about whiskey?
Woo!
Irish whiskey, they know what they're doing over there.
Do they?
They do.
Not a whiskey fan. I don't even like the smell of it.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. Except for Conor McGregor. He don't know what the fuck he's doing. That proper 12 sucks.
Conor McGregor doesn't know what he's doing in a lot of aspects of life.
Look, I love Irish people. I can't stand Conor McGregor. I can't stand him.
I don't even know if they like him. God, I want to go to Ireland.
Be nice.
Yeah. Between the illnesses and the starvation becoming like the new norm for people, this resulted in just more riots. We want food. Corn's a problem now. And the death toll rapidly rising. It's reported that in County Waterford, 15 to 16 people were being buried a day in Lismore. A day.
Yeah, people dropping.
And the population of...
I don't know how many people were around back then. Like that to me doesn't sound like a ton because there's in the world right now. There's so many people clocking out and clocking in.
Well, the birth rate's lower than the death rate.
Yeah, well, we're clocking out a lot faster.
Yeah, but the population of Ireland at this time was only about 2.4 million. And you figure this is now going on a year of problems between starvation, freezing, and illnesses. We're clocking out faster than we're clocking in.
Yeah. Can't have kids.
No.
Can't afford to feed them.
I can't even feed myself.
Unless you have kids for food.
Yum, 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 yum. Not big enough. What are you going to do? Kid's going to feed me for like 2 days?
Yeah, right. Is 9 months of having to eat extra food worth the little bit of food you get from a little turkey that pops out of somebody?
No. And are we really discussing cannibalism so casually?
Yeah, I am.
Oh.
I don't know what you're doing.
Okay. A minister named Philip Skelton described this time as, quote, whole parishes are almost desolate, and the dead have been eaten in the fields by dogs for want of people to bury them. Whole thousands in a barony have perished, some of hunger, and others of disorders occasioned by an unnatural, putrid, and unwholesome diet. End quote.
Wonder what they were eating.
Maybe cannibalism. I might have been too quick to judge you on that. Unnatural, putrid, and
Putrid makes you think
unwholesome.
they're probably eating waste.
Yeah, unnatural and unwholesome kind of, it's giving cannibalism. But putrid, yeah.
Anything you can chew up and eat,
Yeah.
eat it. Little belt soup.
Like, what'll call back to Alfred Packer.
Alfred Packer,
Yep.
yeah. Little belt soup, little
Moccasin soup.
chewing on some tree bark, eating dirt.
That's an ancient suicide method.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I'd eat dirt.
Why?
My will to live isn't this strong. A zombie apocalypse?
Oh, you're saying in this situation
Yeah.
you would just like eat dirt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, any problem that arises in the world, count me out. I
just don't understand that mindset. I'm 28 days later on this thing, you know? And I'm riding it to 28 years later if I can.
God, it just seems so tiring. What? To just be stressed all the time?
To be alive?
My God, who wants
How
to do that?
privileged are you to not even care that you're alive?
Is it privilege?
I think it is.
Oh, well then quite.
The plight of people nowadays is so much easier than the plight of people back in the day. And we kept growing and getting better.
Yeah, now we've grown too much. Now we got to cut back. Too many people.
Now we've gotten soft, and people like you want to just out themselves at the first sign of discomfort.
Yeah. I'm Pillsbury Doughboy soft. I can't hang.
God.
All right, back to a real life problem, not my imaginary dystopian problems.
Okay.
Relief efforts were spotty at best. Support for the poor was pretty much non-existent, with people in larger city getting some help, but even then not much. So like if you're in a village, parish, town, whatever, not close to a major city,
Yeah, you're effed.
yeah, start eating dirt, you're toast.
Mm-hmm.
But there was some efforts kind of being made in the larger cities.
Yeah, where most of the population was.
Yeah. Any sort of relief efforts were usually done privately, like from individual people, or done by the church.
Okay.
In the first few weeks of this frost, the Church of Ireland clergy gave donations that ended up being about 10 tons of flour and 80 tons of coal, which I don't know where the fuck the church got that.
It's the church. They got everything. They got your tithings. They've got your coal.
Hell yeah. They got your coal.
Yeah, they got your coal. They got your oats. They got your potatoes.
Potato.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trust me. When that collection plate comes around, they buying resources.
That's actually...
Can't have the church go under.
Exporting grain to any country except England was also prohibited. But, you know, Big Daddy England got to get their share.
They have to.
Yeah, can't just leave the Irish alone. Sorry, England. Not sorry.
England's got to get their share.
Mm-hmm.
And that's part of the reason why America was founded.
Because they can't stop getting their share.
So people could get out from underneath.
Mm-hmm. Hey, we come along in like 30 years.
What do you mean we come along? It's the nation's founded, but we're here long before it's founded.
Well, yes, but the nation America is not founded until 1776.
Yeah, we got people here in the 1600s.
Oh, I know. Next week's story, we're going to be getting into a little bit of America. Early America.
Yeah, we got horrible English degens coming over here to be American degens.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. We learned it all from you, Daddy. Private relief efforts were made across the country through private ways, like private means, like an Archbishop Bolter, who started an emergency program for the poor in Dublin on his own dime.
Nice.
Very nice. And an influential landowner named Catherine Connolly, who gave out food and money.
Catherine's a real one.
Ooh, we're going to kind of get into her. She is a real one. And a judge named Henry Singleton, who also used his own money for relief famine.
Go Singleton.
For famine relief. I said relief famine.
I didn't even catch it.
I did. In Claybridge, County Kildare, Catherine Connolly came up with a really clever way during this time to help people by hiring the locals to build a structure called Connolly's Folly. This was just essentially a way to get people working to get some income going in the community. And 3 years later, she did it again with a building called the Wonderful Barn, which has been speculated as being built for storing grain in order to avoid another future famine.
Okay.
So she was doing a lot for the community. Like, she was being really, really helpful.
Yeah. She's a real one.
Yeah. Outside of these few and far efforts, though, there wasn't really a whole lot that could or was being done to help the citizens of Ireland. The beginning of the end of the famine comes in June of 1741 when 5 ships carrying grain arrived in Galway. This mercifully lowered the prices of like food and grains. So this is what kind of kickstarts the end of this famine.
We got ships coming in.
Mm-hmm. September of that same year, storms and floods came through. And then after that, the weather was pretty much like back to normal.
Okay, so one more season of flooding, and then we're good.
Yeah, in the fall. Due to lack of documentation, numbers are hard to gauge around this, but it's estimated that somewhere between 300 and 480,000 people died during this 21-month-long famine. So that equates to roughly between 13 and 20% of Ireland's population died during this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy weather that went on and knocked out like a fifth of the whole population.
This was a big fucking problem. Now, this famine was different from the upcoming Great Famine in terms of people didn't leave Ireland after this.
Is this Great Famine you're talking about? The potato famine?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
After that one, people started like migrating out of Ireland. That's, a lot of Irish came to America. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
But after this one, people didn't leave. And now this could be for numerous reasons, but two of the most speculated were that the conditions improved pretty quickly. Relatively speaking, it was only 21 months, and then things more or less got back to normal. And then the other guess is that travel was just too expensive.
Yeah, and you say only 21 months. That's a long time to go through having zero supplies pretty much.
I do agree with you. That is a long time, but the Great Potato Famine lasted about 7 years.
Yeah, that'd make me leave.
Yeah.
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 So,
I mean, the 21 months, honestly, would make me go.
I agree, but I mean, how are they going to go anywhere? You can't afford transatlantic travel, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, those are two speculated reasons as to why people didn't leave this one like they did a century later after the Great Potato Famine. There was actually a huge increase in population after this.
Got to rebuild.
Yeah. By the time the Great Potato Famine comes around, the population of Ireland is at about 8.5 million, up 6 million from
the end of our famine right now.
Yes.
And then how many years went in between those two?
About 100.
Y'all were putting in work, Ireland. Jeez. 100 years and a few million people later. Jeez.
The Irish putting in work.
Did rabbits come from Ireland?
Yes.
What is going on?
Though this famine is kind of overshadowed by the one we all know about, the Great Potato Famine, this one is actually considered more deadly in terms of death rate per population.
Yeah, because it had a much smaller population, a much bigger percentage of it left.
Yeah. This famine is, as I said at the top, now referred to as the Year of the Slaughter.
The Year of the Slaughter. Do they go into any more details, or is it just that the population got friggin' slaughtered because of all this stuff?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It was just they lost such a large chunk of the population.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I'd never heard of that. I've heard of the potato famine. Yeah, I've heard of the potato famine, but never heard of this one.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool.
Yeah. I might eventually cover the big one, but I wanted to bring to light a lesser known piece of Irish history, at least lesser known to Americans.
Yeah, no, I like this stuff because there's a lot of things I know just
a little about a lot
from context and stuff like that. Not necessarily me doing research on it, but then a lot of the stuff that you're finding, I've just never heard of it before.
Yeah,
I love this stuff.
Yeah, I do too. So that's hope I made you guys proud out there in Ireland. Hope I did good. Thank you guys for listening to another episode of the Darkives. You can follow us on Instagram at Darkives Podcast and Threads as well.
Yep, same tag on Threads. And also, if you want to shoot us an email, you can reach us at thedarkivescommunity@gmail.com.
To help out the show, you guys can subscribe, leave a rating, leave a comment, all that fun stuff.
Yep, we appreciate all the comments and ratings. They're
Yeah.
awesome.
Thank you.
Last week, somebody called Adolf Hitler the original R. Kelly.
Shut the fuck
I
up.
thought it was pretty funny. That was our first comment on the last week's episode. That was pretty good.
On Gelly?
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's really fucking
I
funny.
thought it was good.
How did we not think of that?
That's what I said. My reply was, I'm a little upset that I didn't think of this first.
That's really fucking funny.
Yeah, I liked it.
Oh, shout out to you.
Yeah,
That's funny.
Breezy
That is
left
so
that
funny.
comment. Yeah.
Well, guys, we will see you back here next week for an episode I am so excited about. It's pirates.
Oh, we doing pirates next week.
I have a pirate.
Well, shiver me timbers. Get ready for next week, guys.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, buckle up for the pirates.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Goodbye.
Arr. Bye.